Hello, Aries. Mars is set to ingress into the sign of Leo the Lion on the 8th. And Mars is trine Saturn on the 6th. Saturn is retrograde. It'll go direct on the 2nd. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of Mars affects you this month, Aries. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your guardian angel, Michael, who rules over the fire angels, and your specific Aries angel, Melchiel, who resides over your cardinal fire nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the love transmission, the most important. This is going to be a month where, because Mars is in the sign of Cancer, the crab, up until the 8th of August, that's kind of a sappy time, a time when you have feelings where you feel more needy and you want people to care for you or approve of you or give you love. It's more of a needy time. Now, after the 8th, when Mars is going to ingress into the sign of Leo the Lion, after that time, you'll find that your feelings are for others in love or friendship or family. But in these types of emotional situations and relationship issues, what's going to happen is that you're going to be more powerful, more sure of yourself, more confident, and you'll be able to be more compassionate towards others because you will feel that you have love to give rather than feeling that you need to be loved. So you'll feel less vulnerable. And you'll feel more outgoing, because Cancer is a sign that's watery and feminine, and Leo's a sign that's fiery and masculine. So you see how that's going to change how your ruling planet reacts, because when Mars is in fire, it feels pretty much at home. When it's in water, it feels like it feels cooled off, but it feels a little dampened out. So, or sometimes smothered or drowned, so to speak, in all of the watery depths of water signs. So you understand how these elements relate to each other. You can just see what element something is, and you can see how one element will affect another, and you can play rock, paper, scissors if you want to get a bit of an idea how that works. It's pretty much like that. Now, on the 14th, there's a new moon in Leo, and that's going to give you, but also others, so be aware of that, but it's going to give you an ability to say no. It'll give you an extra ability to say no, because this is after the 8th. So you'll be, again, because Mars, when it's in Leo, you understand, it's going to make it very easy for you to say no. But you might get very angry. So you want to try not to get overly angry and use your anger for energy. Sublimate it. Use it for energy and being able to actually take action rather than just getting angry and, releasing that sort of pressure in ways that are not productive. If you want more in life, you need to get more productivity and efficiency out of yourself. And this is a time when you'll be able to sort of put that into play. You're going to feel the difference after the 8th of the month. So again, you're going to feel good, but then don't overdo the aggression. On the 29th, there's a full moon in Pisces, and that's going to cause people to become, not in an easy way though, to become more confident. People will become more confident, and greedy arrogance is going to be replaced by a more self-assured feeling about oneself. And then, therefore, one can treat others better. Because if someone is treating you badly, It's because they don't feel good about themselves. If somebody is attacking or bullying, that's because they feel scared. Because remember, all bullies are cowards. So remember that, Aries, and you won't let the bullies get to you. Now, just remember, though, this month, it's not a good time to be the initial aggressor, because everybody's going to be feeling pretty feisty, especially after the 8th. But you very much so. So just, people are going to feel better about themselves. And sometimes people are not being bullies. Sometimes there's just a huge difference in the way people communicate, and a huge lack of there being when people are texting each other or whatever they're doing, they cannot hear a tone of voice. They cannot hear, see body language, that kind of thing. And people can put emoticons, but people can also not be completely honest because they're trying to put their best foot forward with these kind of things. So just understand that when you cannot relate to people well, seeing how they're expressing themselves, body language, tone of voice, that kind of thing, that's going to cause a lot of misunderstandings. So just be aware of that and give people a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, and try to just make it a little more fun. And you'll do very well. Very well. Now we're going to get into Machidael's money transmission. And things are going to become easier financially, again, after the 8th of August for you, Aries. It's going to seem easier in the financial arena prior to the 8th. So what you think or perceive, or what seems or appears to be like you're doing really well financially prior to the 8th, will actually, you will actually do better after. But just be aware that you may have the opposite perception. And this goes into what's going on with various other planets and signs, and planets being in what sign and all of that. Just be aware that with all the calculations that we did, that's what we're getting. And some people have asked us to do, some formulas for them, some Kabbalistic formulas, like, where a certain planet is in a certain sign and conjunct another sign and a planet in another sign, and what's the equation. So we've done that, and we'll present those to you for fun next month. They're kind of like little algebra problems, because people want to know how to do these sort of Kabbalistic formulas. Prediction is one thing with astrology, but Kabbalistic formulas for magical purposes and the Rosicrucian system of Rosicrucian Kabbalah is another application. All right. So this is the, something we've been asked to do, and we'll get to that next time, so that we do it properly. And don't let people rush you, Aries, because you're cardinal fire. You're like when the match strikes, and sometimes it just it doesn't last long enough, if you will. So what you want to do is go ahead and, when someone wants you to do something, you don't have to jump right on it. You can mull over it a little bit and present it next time. When someone is pushing you to do something, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Where are you rushing to? Exactly. Where are we all rushing to? Okay? This is another thing, and we'll go ahead and say this here, because it's coming up, so we'll say it. All right. The future is great. Past is what you've built, what you're utilizing. And the present is exactly what that says. The present moment is the gift of God. It's a present, wrapped up in a bow, given to you. So it's a present being given to you is the present moment from God. When you deal with the present moment in all of its glory, the future and the past are brought into the present, and we have wholeness, and miracles happen in the present moment, not in the future, not in the past. And if you create miracles in the present moment by understanding how valuable that moment is, then the past and the future are healed. And there's some information about that from an author named Greg Braden, I believe his name is pronounced, who has a lot of information on that type of thing. He didn't say that specifically, but it's probably a similar idea. Just today that word present came from God to tell me to mention that the present is where people will find their joy, their happiness, their eternity. And as long as you're in the present, you won't experience death. Not in the way that, you won't experience death if you stay in the present moment. Now we're going to get to Mechidel's health transmission for you, Aries. The healing of the head, face, the 6th and 7th chakras will be something that's the pituitary and pineal glands, or ductless glands. Those are what generate our chakras, the ductless glands of the body. So this kind of work is going to be good again up until the 8th. After that, you're going to want to focus on the 4th chakra, and that's the heart and the spine, circulatory system, 4th chakra. And you can do some high heart work, which is the thymus gland, the thymus gland generates the 4th chakra, and the pancreas generates the 3rd chakra. That kind of thing. So you can focus on the thymus, your immune system, after the 8th. Again, you can focus on the pituitary and pineal before the 8th. There's always been some debate going on about the third eye and the pineal being a residual third eye. But if you look at anatomy, you can kind of see how the pineal is actually above the pituitary. So that's just so which is the crown chakra and all of that. So I'm not going to get into all that right now, but that's just something that was a debate at one time, and that kind of thing is always fun to debate about. And people who study chaos magic feel that one needs to create their own Kabbalah and create their own astrology system. It's always good to have something to begin with to train the mind to work from. Because how can we be freed of some horrible fate? By simply understanding that you can make your own Kabbalah. You can make your own, astrology based on whatever planet you want. And you can make your own universe with your own scientific rules and laws, and you can make your own universe with your own languages. What is Klingon the fastest growing language on the planet? Maybe. And now we're going to get into the afterglow. We're going to get into the afterglow. We're going to get into the planetary aspects and facets we feel are important to highlight for you this month of August, Aries. Okay, so Mars, remember, is direct in Cancer, the crab, to ingress into Leo, the lion, on the 8th. In the 6th, Mars trine Saturn. Saturn goes retrograde on the 2nd. 7th, Mars opposes Ceres, that's the Divine Mother. On the 8th, Mars ingress Leo. And on the 22nd, Mars is in conjunct Neptune, which is retrograde. And on the 29th, Mars in conjunct Pluto, which is retrograde. So these are some of the people have asked us to do, stretch these kind of things out. They're formulas is what they are. And people have asked us to stretch them out and to sort of come up with the answer. And we have done that. And tried one today, and it turned out it's actually pretty easy. If you study each of these things by themselves, you put it together, the formula comes out. So it's actually pretty easy. It is a lot of fun. So we'll go ahead and instead of maybe how we were doing it before, we'll just present you with a fun formula in these afterglows to make it more interesting. And we'll do that next time. Okay, Aries, thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, Astrology Angel. And join us again next month.